Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Summer 2021 Commencement Ceremony of Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology. I'd like to ask everyone to please stand for the national anthem that we performed today, sung by natural gas compression faculty member Dr. Pete Brown.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last beaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight and the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave in the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Dr. Brown, thank you for opening our ceremony with a beautiful tribute to our great nation. And for leading our processional march, let's give a nice round of applause to the Oklahoma State University Pipes and Drums. I learned a long time ago not to try to speak over the pipes and drums. It's really hard to do. They add so much festivity to our activities. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Once again, I would like to welcome everyone who is in attendance today, and we also welcome those who are watching online as the ceremonies are being streamed live on Facebook Live, and they will also be available on demand after the event if you want to go to our OSUIT Facebook page or to the OSUIT channel on ostate.tv. This is a proud day on campus when we have graduation, and I'm grateful to each of you for being here today as we recognize the achievements of the members of the 219th graduating class of OSUIT. We have 280 students graduating from OSUIT today in our two ceremonies, and 73%, I'm proud of that, 73% are graduating with academic honors. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. Let me break that down for you. That means 105 of our graduates are graduating what we call cum laude, which is a grade point average between 3.0 and 3.49. 61 of our graduates are graduating magna cum laude. That's a little bit higher grade point average between 3.5 and 3.79. And 38 of our graduates are graduating with the highest honors. That's a summa cum laude, and that's a grade point average of 3.8 or above. The names of all of the honors graduates are designated in the commencement program, and they're all wearing a special medallion today to indicate and signify their academic achievements. You're going to also recognize the members of our graduating class who are in our International Scholarship Society, known as Phi Theta Kappa, by the gold stoles that they have across their shoulders. And as a military-friendly institution, we also take great pride in honoring our veterans, and you will recognize our graduating veterans today because they're wearing red, white, and blue cords around their neck. This is a very accomplished group of graduates before me today. You have endured the challenges of college and the hardships of COVID-19, and you have emerged victorious. Through your hard work and your fortitude, you have each made yourselves very proud, and I have the greatest respect for each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me give a nice round of applause to all of these well-deserving graduates. Now for some introductions. We have special dignitaries and guest speakers that I would like to introduce at this time. And I'm told that we have a member of our state legislature. We are honored to have District 24 Representative Mr. Logan Phillips in the audience today. And I'd like to thank him for being here to help us recognize and celebrate our graduates. Could we have him stand? In the very back? Okay, yeah, right back here in the aisle. Let's give him a round of applause. Mr. Phillips, thank you so much for supporting OSUIT and our students. Next, I would say that it's always a privilege to have a member of our Board of Regents on hand for graduation. Now, here today to extend her personal congratulations to our graduates is the chair of the OSU A&M Board of Regents, Dr. Trudy Milner. I'm going to have her come to the microphone at this time. Dr. Milner.
I'm looking for my little speech. Hang on. Graduates, 219th graduating class. That's amazing. From the OSU A&M Board of Regents, I congratulate all of you, as well as all of your families and friends who have helped support you through all of this. You all have learned a lot here, and it has changed your life forever. I know that you probably met friends for life, perhaps your spouse, and have many great memories of being here. I know that you are going to represent us well, and remember that as a part of the OSU A&M family and our brightest orange, you represent us wherever you go. I hope that you achieve all that you all want to achieve from here on out. And remember, the sky is the limit. So again, on behalf of the OSU A&M Board of Regents, I congratulate you.
Dr. Milner, thank you for those. Thank you for those heartfelt and encouraging words for our graduates. At this time, I'd like to introduce the members of my senior administrative team, and I appreciate their dedication to OSUIT, and I know there is no possible way that I could run this institution without them, so I'd like you to please help me recognize my Vice President team at this time. First is Dr. Ina Agnew, the Vice President of Student Services. Also, Jim Smith, Vice President of Fiscal Services. And on stage with me today is the Acting Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, Jody Grammer. Now, our student speaker is going to be more formally introduced in just a few moments, but I would like to ask Michael Troyer to please stand and be recognized at this time. Thank you, Michael. We are looking forward to your presentation. Today, also, we have two very important employees and valued employees of OSUIT. First, I would like to introduce Tara Cole, who is a communications instructor. Go ahead and stand, Tara. And she has been awarded the outstanding, the 2020 Regents Distinguished Faculty Award. Also, we have Ron Miller with us, who is Instructional Design Specialist in the Center for the Advancement of Teaching and Learning, and he is the Outstanding Professional Staff Award winner for 2020, as selected by the OSUIT Faculty Staff Association. We could not do the work of the institution without a very accomplished and dedicated group of faculty members and staff members here at this institution. It is now my privilege at this time to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Fred HARLAN. Fred HARLAN is the president and CEO of HARLAN Ford, located in Okmulgee. A lifelong resident of Okmulgee, he has an extensive background of public service reflecting his family's strong ties and enduring support for the local community and the OSU system. And I would encourage each of you to read his bio. It's printed in your programs today to learn more about his background. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the microphone Mr. Fred HARLAN.
Good morning. I didn't bring my co-part advertising guy, Coach Pat Jones, with me today to cut a commercial out here because we didn't think we'd need to be all dressed up in all this regalia to sell Fords. But if you've seen me somewhere, maybe it's been with Pat on the television. I'm not 75 years old. I have been around here almost that long, but not quite. But I remember this place. When the picture you have in the program showing all the barracks buildings, that was very much the way it was when I was growing up. You could go from any point on this campus to another without going outside. And you might have a lot of drippy roofs and canopies that were coming down. And over the years, we've been able to get rid of those things and upgrade the facility to what we have today. I was privileged to be on a bulldozer back in the late 80s when we pulled down the last barracks and built the student center over here. I was chairing the fund drive that got that done. They didn't let me drive the dozer, but I got to ride on the dozer. I wanted to drive it because it'd be fun to tear stuff up. A little bit about history. Like I say, 75 years out here with the school. I've been fortunate to know all 4 presidents. I work closely with 3 of them and have a very, very good working relationship with lots of people out here. I'm not as close to the school as I was when I was on the Board of Regents, which is where I got this snappy robe. You notice that Dr. Milner and I both have the same kind of robe on. Well, when you go off the board, you get to keep your robe. And it's kind of like, what do you do with these? You hang them in the closet. And my wife Tuesday night said, "I hope your robe's clean." And fortunately, the last time I wore it, I'd sent it to the dry cleaners. I couldn't find my shawl. It's in the closet somewhere, so I borrowed one out here. But one thing I'd like to just talk on briefly, and I'm not going to bore everybody to death, but history. You know, growing up in school, everybody hated history class because you had to memorize dates and places. You know, the tests were what happened in 1776, what happened in 1836, when did World War II start and end, what was the Declaration of Independence, Boston Tea Party, you know, those kind of things. You had to know that, commit it to memory, and then you take a test and promptly forgot it. But you got to keep remembering history. I mean, it's been said that if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat the failures of history. And I'm old enough, and some of you all out here are old enough, or your parents or grandparents are old enough, to remember years ago, we didn't have CNN and Fox News and all the international news blaring at us 24/7. But I watched the news reports on Walter Cronkite or Huntley Brinkley on Channel 2, the nightly news showing the evacuation from Saigon when that conflict was ending not in a positive note for the United States. Chinook helicopters were landing on top of the embassy, getting people out of there, trying to get them away from Saigon before it actually went completely under the control of the North Vietnamese. We got in the middle of a civil war over there, and it didn't turn out well. The French had been tied up with it when it was French Indochina in the 50s, and it didn't turn out well for them either. And I looked at the news the other morning, and I saw a Chinook helicopter landing either on top or next to an embassy in Kabul, Afghanistan, evacuating American citizens and Afghanis that needed to get out of the country. And I'm thinking, you know, it hadn't been 50 years, but it hadn't almost 50 years. We're doing the same thing. We got in the middle of something. The Brits had been in there at the turn of the century in the 1900s. Didn't work for them. The Russians went in there in the 80s. Spent about 20 years, don't know how many people they lost. Didn't work out for them. We got in over there in the 90s. You know how many people we lost? I lost some friends over there. And it didn't work out. I mean, we're getting in the middle of stuff that we don't need to get into, and it's history. We're not learning from history. You've got to remember history. What happened yesterday is history. If you did something that you weren't proud of yesterday, you're not going to do it again because you're repeating your failures. So just continue to look forward and learn from what we've done and keep on the upper side of things. All of you that are graduating with honors today, I congratulate you. All of you that aren't graduating with honors, you're joining in a very exclusive fraternity of which I am a member of, also graduates. Doesn't make any difference when I'm looking at a resume to hire somebody. If it says graduate, that's fine. If it says graduate with honors, that's fine too, but I'm looking for abilities. And so you show what you can do. The guys with the C's, a lot of them are running companies that are hiring the people that had the A's and the B's. And that's a good story that, you know, I've seen that happen many, many times. That the guy in the back of the class learned what he needed to, and he learned to hire the smartest people he could have around him. And that's what I've tried to do over the years. This place, I have told the presidents of Oklahoma State University and the people that fund the organization that they need to put the dollars into the institutions that graduate the most people with jobs, and that's you all. You all have got jobs. You've had jobs lined up. Very, very few of you are going to walk out of here without a job. And I can't say that about any of the other institutions of higher learning in the Oklahoma State system or in the state of Oklahoma and probably in the United States. So be proud of this place. Support this place, because the history that it has is going to depend on you going forward. So we want to keep it alive. Be active. Stay in touch with your teachers, your professors. Stay in touch with your friends. Because one of these days you'll wake up and you'll go, why was I in such a hurry to get out of college? I'm working. Working gets to be a rut sometimes. And you look back at the college days and go, boy, that'd be fun to do that over again. But anyway, enjoy your time today. Enjoy your graduation. Hug your family. Thank them for helping you get through this thing. And best of all, God bless all of you.
Thank you, Mr. Harlan, for your thoughtful contributions to today's ceremony and your assistance in celebrating OSUIT's 75th anniversary. We're all very grateful to you for your message and insights. It is now my privilege to introduce our student respondent, Mr. Michael Troyer. Michael Wayne Troyer is from Pryor, Oklahoma, and is graduating from OSUIT with an Associate in Applied Science degree in the Western Equipment Dealers Association, or WEDA, Technician Program, which is located in the School of Transportation and Heavy Equipment. Please join me in welcoming Michael to the podium.
On behalf of the Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology, summer graduates of 2021, I would like to welcome President Dr. Bill Path, distinguished platform guests, as well as our faculty and staff, and our beloved family and friends for watching from home and here with us today. Thank you for celebrating this accomplishment with us. Hello, class of 2021. My name is Michael Troyer. I have been learning about diesel technology and ag equipment through the Western Equipment Dealers Association program the past 2 years at Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology. I want to thank my instructors, Wes Adams, David Martin, and Terry Kilman, for being great teachers and helping me to understand the fundamentals of diesel, electrical, powertrain, and other systems on agriculture machines. I want to thank P&K Equipment for sponsoring me through the Western Equipment Dealers Association and for hiring me 2 years ago with little understanding of how tractors functioned and having zero experience in a shop. Like many of you, I grew up on a farm and I've been driving tractors my whole life, but I did not understand or have any clue on how they function mechanically. I did not know what a spark plug or a turbocharger was, and I was not familiar with any engine components when I came to school. Because of the internships with P&K and the curriculum at school, I'm now able to split tractors, remove engines from skid steers, and I repair machines every day at work. But learning does not happen overnight. It takes time, and it takes many mistakes that I had to learn from to become a better technician and a better employee. I have made many mistakes in the shop that I have had to learn from that have helped me to become a better technician. All of us are entering a trade career that seeks employees with experience. To become good at a trade, we need experience, and experience only happens from making a lot of mistakes and learning from them. My instructor told me that the only difference between me and the guy that has been doing the job for 25 years is that he has made a lot more mistakes than I have. We are all going to screw up at some point, especially as we begin to start early in our career. Do not let failure ruin your confidence at your job. Instead, focus on your achievements and your accomplishments to help you when a challenging job arises. Just because we graduate today does not mean that we stop learning tomorrow. My coworkers in the shop that have been working at P&K for several years still don't know everything, and they never will, because our trade careers throw a new problem at us every day. We need to be able to keep an open mind and evolve with the new technology and equipment so that we will be the ones that people call to depend on. This degree that we will be receiving is going to instantly make us more valuable to our companies and to ourselves. It will expand our opportunities and give us a guaranteed job. I wish all of us a safe and successful career. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations. At this time, I would like to ask that all candidates for graduation please rise. President Path, on behalf of the faculty of OSUIT, I am pleased to inform you that these candidates have completed the requirements prescribed by the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education for the degrees of Associate in Applied Science, Bachelor of Technology, and Associate in Science. Consequently, I hereby recommend to you that their degrees be conferred.
It would be my honor. By the authority vested in me by the OSU A&M Board of Regents, it is my distinguished privilege as president of Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology to confer upon each of you the degree for which you have been recommended with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
During the presentations, anyone is welcome to take photos, but please know that professional photographers taking pictures of all the graduates, and your graduate will be able to order photos from that agency. Please wait for the usher to escort you, one row at a time, to the line to have your photo taken. While you are waiting to be photographed, please be mindful of your space and avoid crowding. If you are not in the first row, please be seated at this time. Graduates of Oklahoma State University Institute of Technology, we will now begin your graduation walk. We also ask that everyone please give your full attention to all of our graduates today. The last graduate is just as important as the first, and we want each of them to receive the recognition they deserve.
Representing the School of Creative and Information Technologies, Dean Christian Bradley. Zach Buck, outstanding graduate, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Quinn Randall Montgomery McCrary, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Nicholas Anthony Pack, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Nicholas Andrew Shornick, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Devin Ashworth, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies, Network Infrastructure option. Hans Norberg, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Harry Krishna Patel, Bachelor of Technology in Information Technologies. Matthew Rex Cox, Associate in Applied Science and Information Technologies and an Associate in Science and Information Technologies. Matthew Dillon Dennis, Associate in Applied Science and Information Technologies. Samuel Duggar, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Rodney Lee Marshall, Associate in Applied Science, Information Technologies. Elias Rodney Prescott, Associate in Applied Science and Information Technologies. Tanner Scott Swafford, Associate in Applied Science and Information Technologies and our outstanding graduate. Adrian Matthew Swan, Associate in Applied Science and Information Technologies. Representing the School of Transportation and Heavy Equipment, Dean Terrell Lindsay. Benjamin Eugene Etzkorn, Associate in Applied Science and Automotive Service Technologies, Chrysler Mopar Cap. Cameron Smith, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Chrysler Mopar Cap. Jordan Wigginton, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Chrysler Mopar Cap. Zachary Aker, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Colton Ellis, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Paris Cartubo, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Augustin Mickle, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Matthew Nisus, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Dallin Patterson, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Trace Santino, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Gabriel Stevens, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Jared West, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Benjamin Wicker, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Ford Asset. Daniel Ashlock, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. Curtis Coleman, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. John Ford, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. Benjamin Hewitt, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. Tyler James Hogue, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. Paul Jewell, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, General Motors, ASEP. Tulsa Chacon, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, ProTech. Matthew Joel Fulbright, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, ProTech. Rachel Hendricks, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, ProTech. Matt Lambert, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, ProTech. Robert Portune, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, ProTech. Jesse Carter, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Toyota T10. Scott Kyle Cleary, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Toyota T10. Dylan Constantine, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Toyota T10. Christopher McDonald, Associate in Applied Science, Automotive Service Technologies, Toyota T10. Derek Balch, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Jonah Cole Buller, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Noah Wayne Carson, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Gabriel James Davis, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Connor Diaz, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Zachary Chase Fletcher, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Ryan Flickinger, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Brady Scott Flint, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Reed McGowan Hale, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Lane Charles Hecht, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep, Associate in Applied Science. Hunter Rowe Jenkins Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Cody John Kraus, Associate in Applied Science, CAT Dealer Prep, Diesel and Heavy Equipment. Bruce Gregory Mitchell II, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Reed Renfro, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, CAT Dealer Prep. Andrew Barnett Ball, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Komatsu ACT. Brian Wade Dowdy Jr., Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Komatsu ACT. Preston Richard Landau, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Komatsu ACT. Samuel Tell Sitton, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Komatsu ACT. Cade Wyatt Skinner, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Komatsu ACT. Marcus William Burchett, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Joel Coffey, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Hunter Q. Garrett, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Baxter Wayne Hudson, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Tyler Johnston, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Cade Michael McCoy, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Caleb Paul Porter, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Bailey McClay Sanchez, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. Timber Easton Wayne Thomas, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. William Jett Ward, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association. And our last student for the ceremonies, Michael Wayne Troyer, Associate in Applied Science, Diesel and Heavy Equipment, Western Equipment Dealers Association.
This is a great day on our campus, and I want to try something that's not in the script. Mr. Harlan alluded to our reputation for producing graduates that go directly into the workforce, and that has been our reputation for a number of years. I know that every one of the graduates sitting in front of me right now is going to find a job in their employment area, but I want to try something just for grins. Graduates, if you have a job waiting for you right now, would you stand so that we can see who you are? Let me have all the graduates rise, please. All graduates rise. That is something that not just any college president in the United States would dare do, because a number of graduates would still be sitting. But our graduates do have a reputation of graduating on one day and being at work the next day. We have a number of employers actually seated in the audience. I recognize several of their faces right now. So thanks to all of our employers that really sponsor students and are dedicated to the work here. Ladies and gentlemen, as I instruct the graduates now to move their tassels from right to left, I proudly present to you the 219th graduating class of OSUIT. We're going to keep the excitement going because Dr. Pete Brown is going to come to the microphone. He's going to lead us in singing the OSU Alma Mater hymn. If you don't know the words, they're in the back cover of your program today.
Proud and immortal, bright shines your name, Oklahoma State, we herald your fame. Ever you'll find us loyal and true to our alma mater, OSU.
Please join me in giving this outstanding group of graduates one more round of applause. OSUIT thanks each and every one of you for being here for this special event. For your enjoyment, complimentary bottles of water are available outside both the south and east entrances on a first-come basis. And with that, I want to wish you a safe trip home, and you are dismissed.